Hmm. So, yeah, I didn't do a video in March. March was very busy, very insane, kind of just stuff almost every week. And I had some medical stuff to take care of as well, so missed that video, and it's now also the almost the end of April, and I'm only just recording now, so we're not in a routine yet. It'll be fine. There'll be a routine eventually. And I'm also reconfiguring some of my equipment as well. So, like, I have a new webcam. So, it's not quite, like, the settings are not quite there. I'm still playing with them. I'm waiting for a new stand to come for that and the ring light. And the ring light is not even on at the moment. And it's like super, it's way too bright. I'm not happy with it. But, like, if I drop the brightness down, it's a whole thing. And a new microphone as well, which is currently sitting over here and needs to be like up back behind the screens. There are updates, and I'm just waiting on things to arrive so that I can configure them properly. But stitching wise, I've done quite a lot. Um, I met my goals for February, I met my goals for March, I am working on my goals for April. Goals for April shouldn't be too hard. I was going to try and double them if I can, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because, again, I've just had so much stuff on. Yeah. So, what were even my whip goals? Um, Okay, February. Okay, so February was 1,000 stitches on Arthas and the Dragonfly Mandala. Dragonfly Mandala has been retired. I could not work on that Ada anymore. It was the stiffest thing I've ever encountered, and no amount of like washing. I tried softener, I tried like all the different tips that I could find online. Nothing worked. So I ended up retiring it. So I just did a bunch of extra stitches on Arthas. So I think I did 1,200 overall. Again, February was starting to get busy. I had some prep for some of that medical stuff coming up. Um, so it got a little bit out of hand. I wanted to do more, but I wasn't able to. Um, and I'm a little disappointed because it doesn't look like I've done a lot, for 1,200 stitches, but yeah, I guess that's the way because I just picked a color, and just worked on that one color. Oh my god, it's so blown out. Okay, so basically I've started filling in some more of the detail in his like helmet and his pauldrons, his cape and his arms and hands. So this is the top of Frostmourne here, and then going down. So that's an extra 1,200 stitches on that section, and I'll put a little comparison picture up as well, with focus on this section. But yeah, that is 1,200 stitches. So it's very much in the realm of like it's going to take a while to see visible progress on that. But we'll get there. I am hoping, like, I want to try and basically, if I get my whip go goals done early in the month, I want to like pick up some of these bigger projects for like a day or two and do that. Um, Nowhere near that point though yet. I'm not organized enough for that just yet. So then March was a new start. So 400 stitches onto a new start, and then 500 stitches onto Tank Girl. Now, I have stuff everywhere. This is my Tank Girl cross stitch coffin, which is a normal sentence. And I did do, I think I ended up doing like 600 something stitches. Did I record how many stitches I did? No, I just kind of ticked the thing when I did the 500. But we have more of her face fleshed out now. Yeah, that way, there, yep, there we go. So, more of her face is fleshed out. She almost has a complete eye. This one is lots of... It is actually quite confetti heavy. It's a Gecko Rouge kit. So it's all the provided flosses and everything. It's confetti heavy. So I do tend to travel my stitches quite a bit once I've loaded the needle up, because I'm just like, well, I mean, I've already got this color on here. How much can I do of this color in these sections, you know? So yeah, I did the whip go for that. So I want to say I did like 600 stitches. So I did a little bit over the 500 that was called for. And then for the new start, this is what I'm currently reading at the moment, or trying to read. I've not had a big reading bug the last couple of years. And then program, because I went to see that last night. So yeah, Australian Ballet version of Carmen was really good. But I started a new project and have finished it. So I finished it last week, I want to say, maybe the week before. But this is the Live, Laugh, Love, Dragula pattern by Squishy Stitch Bits. Squishy Stitch Bits. Squishy? Yeah, Squishy's Stitch Bits. I will link them below. But this one's stitched on it's Color Cascades. I mean, it's got the tag on it still. It's Color Cascades, and I want to say that it was Stormbringer? It was a mystery. It was a monthly mystery when they were still going. But Stitch and all the called for DMC. My brain is not braining today, apparently. But yes, that is a finish. I have also managed to get some more progress done on the Flossie Fox stitch along as well as an extra. Not a lot, because I've, again, had just a lot on, and I had a bunch of medical stuff. I'm going to have a lot more medical stuff coming up. Like I've got a 4-hour high-risk anesthetic clinic assessment next week, so that's going to take a big chunk of my day. And medical stuff leaves me really, really fatigued and exhausted, so there's usually a big rest period involved with it as well, because you gotta love that disability, chronic illness fucking combo. But yeah, so we have some of the outline here. I ran out of 602, so I also had to wait for some more to come. So that's all of that outline section done. So I can start filling that in when I'm ready to pick that up again. What else do we have? Was that it for... That was it for March. That was February. So now we're in April. And it's already almost the end of April. I don't even know. So my Whip Go goals for this month, I've put onto my little coffin board. So 500 on Mini Ravenkin and 1,000 on Besna. So Mini Ravenkin I haven't picked up yet. I need to stick these labels down because they are not cooperating. So Mini Ravenkin I haven't picked up yet because I figured like 500 stitches I can do pretty much in a day if I just sit and concentrate on stitching. But this is where Mini Ravenkin is up to. So you see where like I did some of the old Hade challenges from the cross stitch group, from the Facebook group, back in the day. I am really enjoying it. I am very sad that Selena Fennick is no longer part of Hade, but she has licensed another designer. So they are there now. That whole thing was just a mess. And I'm very conflicted on where I stand with Hade at the moment. I've been doing like some thinking about like the AI use stuff because yeah, I I'm still kind of in a grey area on it, but it was messy. It was messy. And then Besna didn't have much progress on it to begin with because I'd only done like 50 to 100 stitches on it. So I did pick this up already. It's in my hoop. It's on a huge piece of fabric because I am afraid that I will miscalculate things and cut it too short. So yeah, so this is what I have done. It is not a lot. That way. It is I did 369 stitches on it the other day, which was good. I managed to do that in not very much time. I don't stitch the fastest. But, yeah, so that's overall. Let me open Pattern Keeper, which I probably should have had open already. There we go. Pattern Keeper. It is a total of 503 stitches in this section, which is 0.42%. So she's a big bitch. And it's going to take a while. But yeah, and I just kind of like wanted to pick up a couple of colors that were not the 939. Because yeah, the black is 939 on this one. And it is the same color that I used in Arthas for all of the outlines. So I was just kind of like, I don't want to do a whole bunch of 939 in a project again, just like the way that I did for Arthas. So I'm still not quite past that one. So yeah, I wanted to just grab some other colors, and it's gonna be a confetti nightmare. But yeah, so far so good. I think I'm going to also probably at some point start moving the hoop and stitch along the side so that I can cut this piece of fabric down because it is a full piece of fabric. And it does have some marks on it, and I don't know where they've come from. So over here, there's some marks, and I pulled it out of the box with that on there. It is a full coverage project, so it should be fine, and I am going to try and wash them out, because it looks like it might be pen or pencil or something, but I don't know. But it's fucking everywhere. I'm not pleased about that. Don't know where that came from. But yeah, that's where that one's at. So, the numbers are probably, what's the date? The 20th. I don't know that the numbers have been called for the next one. Let me have a quick squiz because that is a thing that I can do. Whip go. Do we have numbers? No, it doesn't look like we do. Featured posts. No, not yet. Alright, well, we'll probably get numbers in a couple of days, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that is basically where I'm up to. I've got, because I'm also doing a lot of video game stuff at the moment. World of Warcraft has got a time limited event that's got like a bunch of like mounts and pets, transmog stuff, like cosmetics and stuff. So I've been doing that. I've been doing the rep grind for that. I'm at level 12 of 40, which is not a lot, but that should go a lot faster very soon. And then they also released the expansion meta because the new expansion comes out later this year. So what they do is like they do a big expansion meta, and it turns out like I hadn't done the right sort of achievements for it, so I'm having to go back and do a lot of stuff to get that because I am a collector. It is kind of my thing. So I've been doing a lot of WoW. I've been playing lots of Overwatch. Um, Also playing Supermarket Simulator. I don't know. I thought it would like. I mean, it does kind of trigger some of my old retail experience related rage. But I have been enjoying it because I do like simulator games and stuff. Also been playing Baldur's Gate 3. Um, I've been playing Lightyear Frontier with my partner as well. Um, and also been playing Content Warning. It's like it's kind of like Lethal Company esque, but like Jackass Jackass crossed with like Phasmophobia. So like it's really fun. And it's chaos, and like I can get behind that completely. So I've been doing those. I've been trying to read as well. That is my reading bug is gone. It's still gone. It's been gone for a couple of years. And then I've just got a whole bunch of medical stuff to take care of. I have a list of, or a pile of referrals sitting next to me that I have to follow up. Oh, and then this little asshole over here. This little asshole has decided that he's developed a new health issue. Literally like 2 days ago. So, yeah. He basically he's old, and it's very common for older cats for their stomach to get more sensitive and stuff like that. And apparently especially common in ginger cats, orange cats. So he's now decided that I'm no longer the only bitch with an irritable stomach in the household. He decided he wanted to get on that bandwagon as well. So yeah, that is basically all the stuff. There's lots of medical stuff happening. There's going to be lots of medical stuff happening over the next few months. I have been approved tentatively for my gender affirming care that I've been trying to get for a really long time. So that is part of it. And then the rest of it is just crossing some I's and dotting some T's, that kind of thing. So the anesthetic clinic is to make sure that I can be put under safely because I've got the anaphylaxis risk. And yeah, there's just that stuff, plus work, plus maintaining the household, all that kind of stuff. It's just a lot. Oh, and Fellfire broke last night. So I currently don't have my wheelchair, because Fellfire broke. So Fellfire's off for repairs on Monday. And hopefully will come back before I need it again. Otherwise, I have to just use my manual chair, which means I then also need to have someone to push me because I cannot self-propel enough. But yeah, that is basically what has been happening. I will try and do videos at the start of the month and maybe at the end of the month. I haven't worked out a routine for this yet, so it's just going to be a little chaotic for a little bit. And then hopefully we can get this situation with like the camera and the microphone and all this sort of stuff, as I'm just gesturing to things that you can't see, you know. But the important stuff is I am making progress on my Stitchy projects. I have another finish for the year, which is really cool. If I have to do any more new starts, I'm probably going to do some of my wooden projects because I have these wooden blanks. So they're from Tom's New Old Things on Etsy. And yeah, these ones are like Game Boys. So I thought like I could get some like Pokemon patterns and like put them on there and stuff. And I've made one obnoxiously green and glittery because of course I have. So I've got those, and I've just got some like rectangle ones because I've bought some of those like mini artwork patterns. So I thought like they could go on there, and if it's just a little too small for these ones, I can just put like a black border around it and that'll be fine. I also have, because I have some more of them too. Oh my gosh. Because I have other shaped ones as well, because like I've got some that I've finished. So like these are little coffin ones. These are really good for hand dyed ones. And then I've got like a little Python cross, and then some little butterflies. But they're really good for the variegated flosses. Where are my other ones? Oh, they're right there. So then I also have some Ouija board planchettes, and I'm gonna do the because I'm on the Witchy Stitcher Patreon, so I'm gonna do some of those Lisa Frank ones on these. When I get around to doing the Ouija board itself as well. So then there's some more, another black one, another wooden one. And then I have a skull and a little pumpkin. And there is actually a designer that has made a pattern specifically for this that I'm going to pick up at some point. So yes. Now the other thing that I want to look at, the only kind of shopping that I'm looking at doing, is that I want to try and get some project bags because I am sick of these. I am so sick of these green boxes, and like I'm trying to label them and just work with them, and they're just horrible. So I want to get some project bags. So if you know of any people that do project bags in Australia, or who have reasonable shipping to Australia, because that is the big thing. Shipping is always so expensive. And who do like goth or Halloween fabrics or can do them, I would be happy to get some recommendations. Oh, and the other thing, I'm going to a cross stitch retreat, and actually, when do I have to? I've just remembered. I probably have to get the other payment in. Oh no, I've got a little while. Pretty sure I've got a little while. I'm going to a cross stitch retreat in Brisbane next year. So it's in March. And Nora Corbett is coming to the same thing, which is the reason I'm going, because I was just like, I have missed all of the Nora Corbett stitchy retreats that have happened literally everywhere else. Like, there's some that happen up in the Blue Mountains, which is literally like an hour and a half drive from where I am. But because the Blue Mountains is so inaccessible as a wheelchair user, it's just not doable, because like the train stations are not all accessible. The places that the venues for the actual retreats are not accessible. There's no like, even just trying to find food and stuff in the Blue Mountains is a nightmare for access. Because it's all old and small, and it is just a Sydney problem in general, with things not being great for access. But it's especially bad in the Blue Mountains. So they've either not been accessible, I've not been able to afford it at the time, or it's just come at a really bad time. So I've missed every single time that Nora Corbett has been out here, and I do not want to do that again. So I'm going to Brisbane. And I've already double checked with the organizer and everything, and all the venues are the hotel that's been held in, like the rooms that the actual retreat are happening in are accessible, but the hotel itself isn't. So I'll have to stay somewhere else. But it's just like, oh no, I have to find another hotel in Brisbane. And Brisbane's actually really lovely, and they're so much better for access. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'll also have to start thinking about another tattoo. Because I get a tattoo every time I travel outside of Sydney or New South Wales, so I need to start thinking about that as well. And I'll probably go back to the tattoo studio that I went to in 2019, where I got my coffin or yours pickup line tattoo for my travel tattoo. Oh, I got new tattoos. I really should start planning things to write down and stuff, but no, I got new tattoos. One of the things that I did in March was Tattoo Expo here in Sydney. I went with my housemate and my partner and my partner's partner, because polyamory. And I got 3 new tattoos, which brings me to a total of 38 tattoos, which is awesome. So I have the little, oh gosh, tattooed ghost, the Sailor Moon ghost, and the emo not a phase ghost. So yeah, my arm is slowly getting filled up, which is nice. I'm up to 38, which is awesome. Because my goal is basically to have at least as many tattoos as years alive on this planet. Until I get to a point where I have to do it in a percentage of body coverage. Um, but yeah, that is everything that I can think of for the moment. Had some music festivals, been to some concerts. Let's see, music festival was Knotfest. Knotfest was amazing. I still have sunburn. Because like I sunburn, I peel, and then I have the sunburn marks for several months after because some reason, don't know. Probably an EDS thing, who knows. Um, and then I also saw, who else did we have? We had last week it was Bring Me the Horizon, Sleep Token, Make Them Suffer, and they had Dane opening. So I wasn't familiar with them. Love Make Them Suffer. They're absolutely amazing. They're a Perth. They started off in Perth in Australia, and they're just a fucking amazing band. I've seen them like 3 or 4 times now. Um, and then Sleep Token was my first time seeing them, and they were amazing. I would kill to photograph one of their shows because like their lighting effects and everything just amazing. And then Bring Me the Horizon, it was my second time seeing them. And they were really good. And I'm just gonna bring up my calendar to see what else I've done because alright, so last week, yeah, last week was Bring Me the Horizon. Um Date night with my partner, medical appointments, more medical appointments, more medical appointments. Um, I went to the Ramses exhibit in Sydney as well, so that was fun. I got to take my new camera out with me. Um, when did I get the camera? I got a new camera. I don't remember if it was part of the last video or not, but I got a new camera. I finally replaced my old dying one. So I took that out with me. I went to see the Ramses exhibit, got lots of really awesome photos, and just like geeked the fuck out over the camera the whole time. I went with a friend of mine, and then I went to see a Midsummer Night Dream at the Opera House. So I went to see that as well. What else have we done? Yeah, so there's Knotfest. Knotfest, Tattoo Expo. Oh, also saw Machine Head and Fear Factory as well for a concert. Machine Head I've seen before, so it was the second time seeing Machine Head, I believe. Maybe the third. And then Fear Factory is my first time seeing them. They were one of my bucket list bands. Because I have bucket list bands. So I went to see them. And that was good. What else have I missed? We went to see friends play as well. It was like a satirical version of James Bond. And it was a musical, and it was super campy. It was super fun. It was genuinely just a good night and a good play. That was that, and I think that yeah, because my last video was the night that I was going to see Mudvayne and Coal Chamber. So that was the other concert that I've done. So Mudvayne was a bucket list band, hadn't seen them before. Coal Chamber was the third time, I believe, that I've seen them now. And they were really good. The 2 bands that opened for them were really good too, and it just okay. So that is me well and truly fucking rambling enough. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go grab a late lunch, and then some of my friends have just wanted me to jump into Discord and just do some gaming and stuff with me. So I'm gonna do that. I might actually just link my Discord. Like, if you want to do, like, if you want to jump in, you can, absolutely. It's just like a chill, social kind of Discord. We mostly do gaming in there, but, like, I've got channels to share, like, craft projects and, like, whatever else. It's just a chill vibe. You can absolutely do that. I've got, like, I recommend to put your pronouns into your, like, little username profile thing so that, you know, you get gendered correctly and everything. But yeah, it's just like a chill little vibe in there. So I'm gonna go do some actual adulting stuff and some games and try and work some stitching in there as well. And then also just clean up the little mess that I've made from doing the video as well. So I will hopefully see you in like 2 weeks. Because it'll be the end of the month already. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Bye.